Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. It's another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're back in JMN's account. I want to try something a bit different today. I've been thinking about this new champion that's been released, Wurlim Frostking. He's got an ability called Ice Grave Armor. Basically what it does is it applies a strengthen buff on your team, and yeah, so it's a strengthen buff which also has got an increased defense buff, but the strengthen's a bit I'm interested in. So basically what does that mean? Strengthen is a bit like Stalwart gear, or it's a bit like the Norog passive. So strengthen is a buff that decreases the damage taken by the recipient and decrease the damage taken by either 15 or 25%. So his is 25%. What I'm thinking is there a way we can shoehorn him into a team and actually start to negate tons of damage that we're taking from the clan boss? So in terms of testing, I thought let's throw Wurlim in. Let's make sure the team are all in Stalwart gear, so they also take minus 30% damage from AoE attacks. What I need to do is I need to boost his speed up so that he goes 4 times for every 3 turns of the clan boss. So I need to get his speed up to about 226 to make that happen. I can probably do that actually just by switching these boots out for some speed boots, because we want him to always go. Let's just see here. I need to gain 26 speed, so that's a good start. This is going to be about there actually. 229. That might just about do it, I think. So what we need to do is we need him to go 4 times for every 3 turns the clan boss has, so that he always puts his strengthen buff up before the AoE attacks. I want the whole team to be in Stalwart gear. I need a healer in the team because we've got Stalwart going on. So what I'm going to do is put Wurlim Frostking in. I'm going to put Minaya in as a healer. We're going to go with Draco for our poisons, decrease defense, weaken. Now I could put Norog in. I built Norog ready to go. He can come in and actually use his passive, which gives us another 15% damage reduction, which is cool. The only thing with him coming in is it means I'm not going to get an AoE, a counter attacker in, which boosts my damage a lot. So I think a couple of things. One, I'm going to do a test with him in the team and just see actually how long can we last, how much damage can we actually take in this kind of setup. And then I might just try throwing in a counter attacker and seeing what sort of damage output we can actually put in. So let's get into it. Let's see what this does. I just want to see if we've got a key floating around in here anywhere. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, so let's get into a fight then. I've done a couple of kind of very early stage test runs, but not with the right setup. This is what we're going to go with. We're going to go with Norog lead. He can't be stunned. We've got Wurlim doing the buffs. We've got poison here, decreased defense and weaken here, healer and decreased attack. Let's get into it, see what happens. So I'll start it off manually, and then I'll get auto going once I've got the debuffs up. So the thing we want to do is just get our strengthen up on this first phase. Going to throw in decreased defense and weaken. I got resisted, that's annoying. I'm hoping we don't get too many debuffs from these other folk who have got silly debuffs. Go with this one. Go get my decrease attack on hopefully now. Yeah, so I get a couple of buffs I don't want. Can't do too much about that. Build my crit and also reduce the amount of crit damage I'm gonna take here, which is another useful buff that this guy brings to the clan boss. So we've currently got 8 debuffs up. Now I'm really hoping that my Vizier extends all of these in this move. Extended them just for 1 turn. We're just living on the edge there. I need those to bump up pretty quickly so that we're not in any danger of all of this stuff dropping off. Vizier is not booked, which is a bit of a problem for us. So this is going to be the setup. I'm going to extend those hopefully now. We've got an extension again. We'll try and get that weaken up again. There it is. comes our strengthen again. Didn't get the extension, that's annoying. We've got the last couple of poisons. So anyway, I'm going to run this through. I'm going to try and keep my debuffs up as much as I can. I was hoping I'd just have them all up ready to go so that it was a really clean run, but it doesn't look like it's going to be as easy as that. But yeah, we're going to get these running through and I'll show you the results. Okay, so that test we only did 15.8 million, which was pretty disappointing. Although we did last a long time, we lasted to about the 9th minute. What I want to try now is just throwing him back into a normal Clan Boss team that was already set up, which is going to involve Krisk, Skull Crusher at a slow speed, and then it's going to have a kind of normal Draco set up. Who else was in there? Krisk, Draco, there was an Ultan in the mix. Yeah. So I'm going to try and throw him into that team and see what he can do for this team. So let's give it a go. The idea here is that Krisk can at least extend his debuff and give us a chance to do some work. So keep him as the lead. That's not the right Draco anymore. This is. Keep him in. Take these two out. We're going to have Ultan in there and we're going to have Krisk in there. Now, I think we take Norog out actually. I think we go Ultan, Minaya for the heals. So damage, speed, extension of buffs. I think I'm going to give it a try. I'm just going to throw it straight on auto this time. Apart from now, I need to just do the setup with Krisk. So we're going to go strengthen on here. Krisk then does his A1. Oh, I forgot to put Skull Crusher in. I knew there was someone else. Annoying. Loads of buffs on. And then Chris comes in and just extends all of those buffs on this round. See that? And then he's going to do me a speed buff at the next round. So I'm going to go on auto. I forgot to put Skull Crusher in, which the whole point is that I wanted to have enough damage coming through. So again, we're going to see it without the damage. But anyway, let's do it as a test. We'll see where we get to. I'll throw the auto on now and I'll share the results. Well, it's disappointing. 15.24 million. For some reason, it doesn't feel like the right level of damage reduction is coming through. Because this should be pulling me much further through the fight. 5 minutes is not that far through the fight. Considering we've got a couple of people in Stalwart gear. We've got Krisk as a protector. We've got increase, so we've got strengthen on pretty much all of the time. So yeah, something just doesn't feel quite right. I'm going to do one last try as I meant to do this run. So I'm going to pull in. I guess the trouble is you can't really afford to lose your healer. I want to pull in Skull Crusher in the mix. Just don't have much in the way of healing unless I push this guy into lifesteal gear quickly. I'll do that. I'll push him into lifesteal gear and then everyone's in lifesteal apart from Krisk. Okay, final test before I throw this idea well and truly in the bin because it's not gone anywhere near as I would have liked it to. Here we go. Let's throw it on auto. Actually, I don't want Skull Crusher to do is counter attack too early, which he has. I've made another mistake. I'll rectify the mistake though because I can actually just get myself back to where I should be. But this run should be a closer reflection of where we actually are on damage. That's the end of the test, guys. All I've done is wasted loads of silver. JMN, I'm sorry. I thought I had a great idea. It turns out it was a terrible idea. I really thought I was onto something with this. All I've done is produce some mediocre keys and wasted hours of my life. If anyone's making this strat work and can actually make something happen with this. Well done. Share it with us. Share a comment below. I'd also just like to take a moment to thank my patrons right now. My 3 top patrons. Let me read them out. Thomas Brayland, Lauren, Desolation, and Bait Hall. Thank you so much, and thanks to everybody who's a patron on my channel. This did not go as I expected it to, guys. I can't always get it right. Don't do this, test yourself. Don't do this at home. Hell Hades signing out.